Hi, this is Hot Chocolate with Paul for Wednesday, August 7th, 2024. Today I'm going to touch a little bit on my thoughts on social media and also give you an idea on how I decide who to vote for in an election. Certainly controversial, but my method is not political. So first, this question. If Cinderella's shoe fits so perfectly, why did it fall off in the first place? Hmm? And the next thought is social media has created jealous behavior over illusions. Sadly, some are envious of things, relationships, and lifestyles that don't even exist. So, whatever you see on Facebook is what people want you to think of them or what they want you to see in their lives. And I have to admit that that's true of me also because I don't put everything in my life on Facebook. Some things I like to keep private, and I certainly do like to keep my family private. My family has their own lives, so I tend not to talk about them very much or post about them very much. So what about Facebook? Well, I first got involved in Facebook in 2007, and that was probably about 2 years after I had been on MySpace. My daughters originally got me into MySpace, and at the time I appreciated it because I was able to keep tabs on them. They were all young and into their teens, and it was a great way for me to keep an eye on what they were up to, especially with their friends and things like that. So I remember the day that my daughters said to me, "Dad, you got to try out this new thing called Facebook. It's even better than MySpace." And since Facebook has survived and MySpace hasn't, I guess you could say maybe it is better. Although I do have a lot of issues with bots that are on Facebook, really messing things up. Putting people in Facebook jail for no apparent reason, not giving any reason for why people are in Facebook jail because they violated some community guidelines, and who knows what they are. So, Mark Zuckerberg, if you're paying attention to this, you need to come back to reality, get out of your whatever world you have going on that's not reality. Come back to reality and fix Facebook before you go on any further. Certainly you can't trust anything that's being said on Facebook if you're relying on it for news or facts. You got to do fact checking. And that leads into journalism. I took journalism when I was in high school. I took journalism when I was in college as part of a communications degree. I can't even communicate, but a communications degree. And what I see in journalism these days is sad. You got to realize that, especially when a news venue is relying on money or advertising or something like that, they're going to cater to their audience. There are certain networks and journalism, so-called journalism or news venues, I guess is the best way to put it, news venues that will cater to the people that they're getting money from, advertising, donations, whatever. So, they're not telling you what you need to know. They're telling you what you want to know. You want to be able to verify what your own beliefs are. So keep that in mind anytime you're watching a news source. Facebook for me has been a godsend in some ways because being hard of hearing, I've often been in live situations with friends and family where I can't hear everything that's being said. But when I'm in a conversation on Facebook or anything online for that matter, I'm reading the written word as opposed to listening to it, so I don't miss anything that's being said. So as far as journalism goes, and things that have to do with what's going on in politics, how do I decide who to vote for? The short answer is I look at history. History repeats itself. Time and time again, you got the same kind of situations. The only thing that's different are the people and the way information or misinformation is being spread. So I'm not in a political party. I just pay attention to what the candidates and what the parties are up to, and historically, what kind of things they've dealt with in the past and what kind of messages they try to get out. So I read biographies, I read autobiographies. I try to find news sources that are balanced as opposed to one-sided. And that's how it works for me. Like I said, I don't belong to a political party, but I pay very close attention to what's being said. I listen to what's being said and see how similar situations have been handled in the past, because history does repeat itself, whether you like it or not. So that's it in a nutshell. That's as far as I'm going to get with anything that even touches on politics. And that's all I've got for today. So this has been Hot Chocolate with Paul for today. Have a good day.